boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to do something that I haven't done in a minute. A death battle reaction. And this is a special one. We got Cole Macgrath versus Alex Mercer, Infamous versus Prototype. Now, someone who played the Infamous series growing up, I am very fond of it. And Alex Mercer, I never played the Prototype, is basically Venom without the symbiote. That's the best way to describe it. Now, hopefully, are they going to give him just electricity powers in this? Or are they going to give him like electricity, fire, and ice like you had in the game? Regardless, link to the video description down below. Let's see what nonsense we're about to get into. Because as much as I love Cole, I might have to get the edge to Alex before I hear about all his powers.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by HelloFresh
and Shady Rays. Cole Macgrath, the patron saint of Infamous.
Alex Mercer, the Blacklight Virus prototype from Prototype. That's right, champions. You voted for it, so we're finally doing it. Long after these characters were ever relevant. Oh,
Yep.
Hey, look what I found in the trash. An old script we wrote for this very matchup way back in 2013.
Wait,
No
we haven't emptied our trash in 10 years?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
No shot they had a
it's our job
script
to analyze
from
their
this
weapons,
for over
armor,
10
and
years ago.
skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, we got 3D animation? Oh, they about to go brazy in this.
With great power comes great responsibility. Tobey Maguire's not the only superhero who's had to learn that lesson.
Cole
Yep.
Macgrath was just your average delivery boy in Empire City until one day he opened a package that exploded in his face.
This was the Ray Sphere, a device that, upon erupting, destroyed much of the city and tore through Cole at the atomic level.
Killing him instantly. Nah, actually, he scooped up some superpowers. Cool, zippity zappity superpowers. Pew.
More specifically, Cole became a conduit, one of many beings who were granted supernatural abilities from the Ray Sphere explosion.
Which
Basically,
also turned
mutants.
Empire City into a godforsaken hellscape. This world needed a hero, or at least an anti-hero willing to clean up the mess he sorta technically made.
Cole put his powers to the test battling rogue superpowered conduits, including the mastermind behind the blast, Kessler.
Let's
Oh,
be real,
I
none of
miss this
Cole's
game.
powers are as sick nasty as his parkour skills, but his ability to manipulate electricity is pretty sweet too.
Cole controls electromagnetic energy. Not only can he generate a smorgasbord of powerful
Wait, there was a
lightning
live
attacks,
action?
he can also manipulate thermal, kinetic, and gravitational energies. Electromagnetism is pretty broad after all.
Light.
This includes his radar pulse, which detects the bioelectricity inside organisms even if they're hidden or transformed.
And for good measure, he got to add some ice powers to his kit.
So they
He can
are
throw
adding his
ice
other
grenades,
powers.
Shoot ice spikes, and let out some epic ice farts.
What?
He can levitate like Electric Iron Man, grind on rails like Shadow the Hedgehog, read your mind like Goku's muffin button, charge
What?
up with extra karmic energy, also like Shadow the Hedgehog, and generate force fields like...
Shadow the Hedgehog.
But these aren't just force fields. They literally convert any matter they touch into energy that Cole absorbs.
What?
That's insane.
How's that?
Are you familiar with a little equation called E equals MC squared?
No.
Oh, well,
Oh.
it defines the mathematical relationship between matter and energy, essentially how much energy any given mass contains.
Okay, the largest mass object Cole absorbs is a 343-gram helicopter chain gun round.
Perfectly converting matter to energy is technically impossible, but hey, this is a video game. The
Yeah,
mass
we don't
contained
worry
in
about
that
realism in
bullet,
video
when
games.
multiplied by the speed of light squared, would release an energy equivalent to over 7 megatons of TNT. This means Cole's energy output is basically fueled by a nuclear reactor.
Oh, so
What?
he's like a living super bomb, always ready to go off. Sounds like my first ex-wife.
Should he somehow
Always
run
with
low on
ex-wives.
energy, he can drain it from nearby appliances to recharge. He's even learned to drain the bioelectricity from people, like this. Yikes.
Cole can focus his electricity through his amp, a giant tuning fork which lets him ring around the Rosia to death.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
he can just make lightsabers out of his hands. That's cool too. And because he follows Pokemon rules, Cole's extra resistant to electric attacks.
With
Yep.
these powers, Cole chewed through Kessler's forces, including Sasha, whose black tar powers could infect and control minds.
And he eventually faced down that son of a bitch himself and pwned his ass, despite Kessler having his exact same powers. Coincidence?
Turns out the architect of Cole's misery was himself from an alternate future timeline.
What?
Manipulating events from the shadows to ensure this
See, I don't
version
remember
of
all
Cole
this.
became a better hero than Kessler ever was.
Yeah, you see, Cole's superpowers are molded through his actions, increasing in power and utility based on how good or evil he acts. Naturally, as a good person, Cole shaped his powers to be more focused to target the bad guys.
That's pussy shit! Evil Cole is way more awesome sus! He blows everything up! Collateral damage? Who cares? He can control fire!
Yep. Someone's gonna bring up fire.
Well, that just happened. Oh, who wrote this shit?
The point is, Kessler's whole plan was meant to prevent the apocalypse, which would appear in the form of the Beast, a conduit of unimaginable power.
Cole is strong enough to create massive thunderstorms, fast enough to route electricity moving at 90% the speed of light.
Okay.
And maybe thanks to Kessler, tough enough to take on the Beast.
Which possessed the power of the Ray Sphere itself. It could regenerate at an atomic level and eradicate all of Empire City in a single attack. Fortunately, after a grueling battle, Cole defeated the Beast once and for all.
Though ultimately, it wasn't Cole's power that made him a hero.
In order to stop a plague created by the Ray Sphere, Cole sacrificed his life, eradicating the conduit genes and saving all of humanity.
Sure, he also killed thousands of conduits in the process, but hey, what's a few corpses when building a better tomorrow? This trolley stops for no one.
Cole was remembered as a saint by the people of New Marais, as a hero by the friends he left behind, and an inspiration to future generations.
I do not care. I do not care if Cole wins or loses this death battle. I always thought about having Deslin from Second Son Infamous face off against him. I need that to happen. They've had people who've died before come back. They did it with Batman when he fought Spider-Man and then had him fight Batman. I mean, Iron Man. They can do it with him. That's all I want. That's all that I want with this.
A true testament to the responsibility of power.
Now on to Prototype.
This episode
Human
of Death Battle
venom
is sponsored
without
by
the symbiote.
HelloFresh. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. We're certainly busy over here at the Death Battle Labs, so HelloFresh's quick and easy meals and 15-minute meals are a godsend.
What's really great about Macgrath to keep,
You can take some
and with HelloFresh,
battle for 50.
.com/50 2 months.
And thanks again to HelloFresh for
Yo,
sponsoring
why y'all
our
playing
show.
this sexy
HelloFresh,
jazz right
America's
now?
#1 meal kit. With great power comes great responsibility. But
Wait.
not everybody's got an Uncle Ben to tell him that.
Alex Mercer woke up in hell. Manhattan Island was gripped by the horrific black light virus, transforming its citizens into terrifying monsters.
Alex had no memories. He was a man without a past, and maybe no future. But he did have one thing.
The black light virus can rewrite your cells all the way down to your DNA. And somehow it granted Alex incredible superhuman abilities. He can infect anyone he touches with this virus, altering their biology at the molecular level in seconds, and giving him complete control over their actions.
So Alex pushed on, desperate to avenge himself and the city by finding whatever monster unleashed this nightmare and eat them. Yeah, he can consume people to give himself a power boost. He's like Kirby, if Kirby listened to Linkin Park.
This
That's
extra
actually
biomass
terrifying
gives
to
him
think about.
superhuman strength, a greater metabolic rate, increased reaction times, and even a regenerative healing factor. Essentially, Alex is an ever-evolving super being, the ultimate being.
Like Shadow,
Shadow
the
the
Hedgehog.
Hedgehog.
By consuming victims, Alex also receives all their memories and experiences, including Peter Randall, a 69-year-old man whose entire history Alex processed in just 11 seconds. Being able to condense that much information into that time frame means Alex can perceive events happening within 5 nanoseconds.
Which is about how long I was married to my second ex-wife.
Alex can
What is with
shapeshift
the
his body
ex-wife?
at will, creating disguises, increasing his muscle mass, and forming nearly unbreakable armor. And when he wants to kill someone, he can become his own weapon, turning his limbs into claws and blades, or generating countless tendrils that give him unmatched control over his environment.
With these goopy powers, he came up with a bunch of Street Fighter moves, like the air dash, the cannonball, the bullet dive drop, and the Hunter Dirt Nap. Pretty sure that was my third ex-wife's boyfriend's stripper name.
And after consuming enough people, Alex reaches critical mass and can unleash his evil slop in powerful ultimate attacks.
Like the Tendril Barrage Devastator. Oh, it's beautiful.
Despite being seen as the world's most wanted terrorist, Fair. Alex used his powers to stop the spread of the virus and end the city's nuclear devastation.
It was then he learned the truth. He wasn't Alex Mercer at all.
He was the Blacklight virus itself, which
What?
absorbed the memories and likeness of the real Alex Mercer, who was not only dead, but actually responsible for all of this in the first place. To decipher this, I recreated the Blacklight virus myself, the most
Why are
dangerous...
you always recreating things that shouldn't be recreated?
Why is it empty?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah.
So the man Alex was hunting the whole time was himself. Dun dun dun.
I can't.
That's right, Boomstick. Turns out Dr. Alex Mercer helped create the Blacklight virus, and when things didn't work out and he was about to die, he recklessly unleashed it upon the city.
What a petty SOB. What he didn't know was that the virus would merge with his sentience and memories and become a new Alex. How? Why? Don't question it, it's a nothing burger.
But is this
Yeah, don't
massive viral material that calls itself Alex actually human in any meaningful way?
The poor bastard sure tried to be. Too bad humans can be dicks, and everyone kept betraying him. Even the so-called love of his life, who shot him in the face. Whoa! So Alex figured, obviously, humanity had to go.
Not just go, but be made better. Whatever goodness remaining with this Alex was left behind
Oh,
as
God.
he plotted to unleash a second Blacklight virus, recreating humanity into a super species in his own image.
Oh.
Great power became great terror.
Classic anime RPG villain stuff. And he was strong enough to do it. Alex can casually tear buildings apart, dodge supersonic tank shells, and even defeated the Supreme Hunter, who was tough enough to survive a nuclear blast that would have leveled Manhattan.
Based on the blast radius given in-game, that's 450
Uh-oh.
kilotons of TNT.
Speaking of nukes, Alex survived one. His healing factor is off the chain. And after being blasted into paste, all he needed was the tiniest bit of himself to come back good as new.
His healing occurs at the cellular level, making him virtually impossible to kill so long as he keeps consuming.
But attempting to take over the world and kill millions of people pissed off a certain James Heller, a dude who had just had enough of his fucking weird, fucking rambling shit.
Who used the same virus powers to consume Alex once and for all.
Live by the Kirby symbiote, die by the Kirby symbiote. But was Alex just a virus after all? I mean, what's more human than the urge to conquer the world, drive its species to the slaughter, consume its raw genetic resources, and crown yourself king? Maybe the day Alex Mercer died was the day he truly became human.
Wow, that was
What?
intense.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Ayo, this going crazy. My money
episode
is
sponsored by
definitely
Shady
on
Ray.
Alex. He has a
Something
he has
giving
a
you
healing
trouble this
factor that's
season?
way
Take
stronger
it on with gear
than
built to
Colt's.
last. Shady Ray's premium
And he can
polarized
survive a
shades are
nuke.
perfect for the
Colt
warm
doesn't
weather and
have
available at an
anything close to a
affordable
nuke. The
price.
strongest
Shady
thing he
Rays
has
is an
like
independent sunglasses company that
ice
offers a
and,
world-class product
lightning,
that's just
but
as good
that
as
is
any
nowhere
of those
near as
expensive
powerful as
pairs
an
we've
atomic
worn.
destruction.
They're also built tough with durable frames and
Alex
clear
is probably gonna
optics
win
for
this
the
one.
outdoors.
That's not even the
I already had
best
a feeling he
protection
was
this
gonna win
eyewear
anyway.
provides. If you lose or break a pair,
Exclusively for our viewers, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season.
go to ShadyRays.com and use the code DEATH for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses.
Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people.
Uh-oh, here we go. It's been a while since I've
All
done
right,
this.
the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's do this. Oh, lovely. Just frame one.
I think I've still got room for dessert. Buddy, you are one sick freak.
Oh. Okay. Okay. He kind of schmoving. Oh, soundtrack. The cannonball. Okay. Okay. Oh, you can't put a dope soundtrack in with this. Oh, okay. We schmoving. We dancing. He can survive that. Woo! healing factor kicking in. You gotta destroy every cell in his body.
What a nightmare. You don't know the half of it.
Yep. Okay. We got you. Oh, that's dope. That's right, he could make tornadoes.
So much power, and yet you waste it on these vermin. You and I can change this world.
Wait,
for the
hold up.
better.
Absorbing the bot electric.
I see here is you.
Okay. We kind of kicking. That's not enough. It's not enough, Cole.
To give me your power. Fine, I'll just take it.
Wait, what?
Good idea.
What? Was I wrong?
This world sure isn't perfect, but it's a lot better without you in it, asshole.
Wait, what? Cole wins? Give me the logic.
Oh, now I know why that script was in the trash. I had to hear someone say awesome sauce.
Both opponents were incredibly versatile and deadly, and both could match each other's powers blow for blow.
They could each create weapons, amplify their strength, and fight at range.
But could Cole survive Alex's infection?
That's what I was wondering.
Alex would usually need to weaken an opponent to get that trick to work. Even then, the Ray Sphere incident that created Cole's powers in the first place ripped apart everyone else down to the atomic level, and the Beast's attacks were capable of...
So I might have accidentally ended the recording a little bit sooner than I thought. Accidentally hit one button, accidentally ended it. Luckily, I was able to get the ending of the reaction video. So, long story short, we realized that Cole won. I was wrong. I will happily admit that I was wrong. After they explained everything, I guess it makes sense. But I'm not gonna argue with it. I'll let the people who are smarter at power scaling than I am to deal with that as well. Regardless, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Soundtrack was actually fire. Like, the sound is... Whoever was doing the song for the fight did an amazing job. I gotta find out who did that. It was amazing. Animation, like the 3D animation for this one, was so fire. And I will definitely say this. I want to see Cole fight Deslin in the next death battle if they ever bring him back. A conduit versus a conduit within the same universe. It just makes sense to me. I would love to see that. Now, as you can see on the screen, Frieza versus Megatron. Whoever suggested this idea, what were you smoking? Where in any scenario is Frieza, like, I guess because they're both like maniacal overlords, but Frieza is able to blow up planets. I don't know from what canon or from what source material Megatron is able to match blowing up a planet with his own power. And if they're pulling from the manga where he's Black Frieza and he can tag TUI and Ultra Ego Vegeta, then he's multiversal. I don't see how Megatron's going to match that unless he has some weird super form from the comics or anything else. I just don't get it. I do not understand why this exists. See this? This right here? Wait, where? There it is. There it is. Why does this exist? I'm still gonna watch it. Just don't know why it's a thing. I'm just flummoxed is all. Regardless of my being flummoxed, I enjoyed the death battle. Somehow I'm gonna watch this. I just don't get it. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what you thought about it, what I should react to next. Subscribe, hit the bell, show it a friend. I'll really appreciate it. And as usual, it's your boy NPC Jackson signing out. Now, if you excuse me, as I mentally prepare myself to go to work, and I don't want to. Send help. Signing out. Peace.